everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here for a Get Sketchy with Christy and Rachel episode. We are going to try something a little different, and let me just see if this is going to show up for you. I hope you can see this. This is a layout made by Michelle, what's her last name here? Warwood from the Hip Kit Club, and we are now going to take on doing one lift episode and one sketch episode with our series. So the first Saturday that we do it in the month is going to be doing a lift. We're gonna scrap lift a layout, and then the second one will be a sketch. So this is the one that Rachel picked for this month. It's really fun. I love this border effect and all the little embellishments, so that's what we're gonna work with. And what I have pulled is some stash. So I'm starting with a piece of paper I'm never going to use, so I'm going to use the back side of it for the white. And then I dove deep into my stash and found this, I believe, is a piece of October Afternoon. And I have absolutely no idea where this is from. I don't know if you recognize it, but it's pretty and I like the blue to it. So that's what I have down for using that part. And I have my photo picked out. So I have this really cute photo of Jackson and Sean looking at each other. And this is, I think Jackson's maybe 3 or 4 months old here. I can't quite remember, but I love this photo. And I really want to scrap it. And Jackson's shirt is the same color as this piece of pattern paper. So I'm going to play off of that and just see what I can come up with. So I'll get you on fast forward, but at least you know what we're working off of.
Okay, so here I go. I'm going to layer my photo with a piece of just pretty simple white. It does have a bit of pattern on it, but that to just highlight the photo. A bit of brown paper bag, and then my 3 pieces of pattern paper that I knew I wanted to use here. And I'm going to layer them up exactly how I think they should look and kind of play around. I was having a really hard time trying to decide how to do this layout. So at first I'm going to try to do it like the original inspiration piece that Rachel chose for us to use this week. And I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, well, that kind of works. Let's see what else I can pull. So I'm pulling from my stash and just trying to see how I can make this work. And I'm sure if I had played with it long enough, I probably could have made it work this way. But in the end, I decided I'm fighting with it. I shouldn't be fighting with it, so let's try something else. So the next thing I decided was it needs another pop of orange because that pattern paper, that plus sign pattern paper, is more orange than yellow. So I was trying to bring that back across. So I'm just layering it there on the edge of my pattern paper, and that's when it all kind of just comes together. It kind of helps. So I'm gonna now layer on the second piece, and this is from the Amy Tangerine. I think it's the Finders Keepers washi tape that I'm using right now. And this one is just kind of, it's a little sketchy, like sketchbook looking. It's really cool. So, but again, it's the right color shade, so that's why I'm adding it there. And I'm going to rotate it, and that's exactly how I know when everything's going to come together. I am going to try it in a couple other ways as well, but the way you saw it just a second ago, that's what my layout's going to look like. And this photo is of Jackson and Sean. And Jackson, I believe these photos were taken in March of 2014, so Jackson is 2.5 months old probably. And he's just looking up at Sean, and they are both just looking at each other, and this is one of my all-time favorite photos of them. And it's just kind of like, yep, here my daddy, and I know everything's good, and then the look in Sean's eyes are always, he adores his son. So I don't know. It's my favorite photo ever. So I really wanted to scrap it. And I titled it Happy Sweet Memories because that's exactly what it does. It just brings a smile to my face every time I see it. And I wanted it to be like that. So what I do is I'm going to layer this frame, and it's an old frame that I've had for quite a while. So I was excited to use it up, and it's yellow, a different shade of yellow. So I'm bringing in a bunch of different tones of yellow, but that's okay. It all works in the end. I'm going to add this doily and then a little thing that says Thursday. I don't even think this photo was taken on a Thursday. I just added it just because. So it kind of matched the color tone I wanted it to, and it may be a lie, but that's okay. It's the last piece I had, so I was excited to get it used up, and it needed something there. And then a little brass paper clip with the arrow pointing towards what I wanted you to look at, which is Jackson's little face, and then it cut apart in an orange shade that says H is for happy. And I thought that worked well tying in with the title. And I'm then going to go ahead and trace all of my journaling and what I want to do with that. And my journaling is going to basically say exactly what I said. It's just talking about how much I love this photo, and I'm so happy that they have the relationship they do, and just kind of all the good stuff. So that's what that's going to be. This is going to take a moment. I thought I had cut it out and I hadn't, so I do apologize about that. While I'm in the middle of that, let me remind you, go check out Rachel's take on this. It's not a sketch this week. We're doing something a little different, and we are going to every other Saturday. So we do 2 layouts a month basically. So on the first Saturday that we post our videos, it's going to be more of like a scrap lift versus a sketch. And then the second episode is going to be our normal sketch that we both pick a sketch and do one every other week. So I think what we might do, however, is change the title of Get Sketchy to Get Lifted. I think that kind of sounds fun. Follows exactly what we're doing, and we'll just keep it under the same playlist though, because it's still with Rachel, and I'm having a lot of fun doing these with her. So don't forget to go and check out her take on this week's layout as well. So what I'm doing right now is just making a little black border. I normally do freehand this. I don't normally use a ruler, but for some reason I felt like I was just gonna screw it up. So I used the ruler just to make sure that it was straight and in line and how I wanted it to be. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna kind of play around, try to figure out what I want to do. I have no idea. This doesn't work. I try a bunch of different things, none of it works. So I'm gonna show you the first layout. Photo of the layout I took saying I was done. I looked at it and I was like, there's something missing. It's too top heavy. So I come back and I have a stencil that has triangles on it, and I'm going to use that and some modeling paste. And you're going to see that photo in just a moment.